Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I'll be fighting a 1,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Colin's Adeptus Mechanicus. So, the story that we have going on here is that the Adeptus Mechanicus came to this planet because there was rumors of some data packets that had been located on the planet that had some information about the era of the Heresy era time. And the Dark Angels caught word of this and realized that the Dark Angels had been on this planet during that time and were worried that maybe there was information in there regarding the Schism and the Fallen. So they decided that they couldn't take the chance of the Adeptus Mechanicus getting control of these data packets in case there was some information on there. So they sent out a fast response unit of Ravenwing to go take care of that and capture those data packets before the Adeptus Mechanicus could. So that's the story that we've got going on here. Before we go any further, let's show you the two armies of psychic powers that are going to be playing out today. So for the Dark Angels, I will be running a Ravenwing Strike Force, leading off the Strike Force here. On the left we have a Chaplain in a bike with the Mace of Redemption, and on the right we have a level 1 Librarian on a bike with the Shroud of Heroes. We have a 5-man Ravenwing Bike Squadron with 2 plasma guns. We have 4 separate attack bikes with multi-melta upgrades. We have a 3-man Ravenwing Black Knight Squadron. We have a second 3-man Ravenwing Black Knight Squad. We have a land speeder with an assault cannon upgrade. And last but not least, we have a Dark Shroud. So for the Cult Mechanicus, he'll be running a cohort Cybernetica. Leading it off, we have a Tech Priest Dominus with the Scryer Skull of Perspicatus. We have a Castellan Robot Manipole with a Cybernetica Datasmith and 2 Castellan Robots with twin-linked heavy phosphor blasters and a Carapace mounted heavy phosphor blaster. And last but not least, we have a second Castellan Robot Manipole with a Cybernetica Datasmith, 4 Castellan Robots, all with 2 Power Fists, 2 with Carapace mounted heavy phosphor blasters, and 2 with Carapace mounted Incendine combustors. So for the Dark Angel psychic powers, my Librarian rolled on Interomancy, so he has Mindworm as the Primaris, and then rolled and got Aversion. Alright, so those are the armies and psychic powers. Going over deployment here, I've got a 3-man squad of Black Knights with my Librarian over here. I've got one of my attack bikes. I've got my Dark Shroud. The other 3-man attack bike squad, the 3-man Black Knight squad with my Chaplain attached to it. We have another attack bike. We have my land speeder, another attack bike, and then the 5 bikers over on that side. Going over here to the Cult Mechanicus, we have the entire squad there. So for game purposes, they play as 1 unit. They count as 3 points for the purposes of scoring, but they are just basically 1 unit there. So they are just kind of trampling along here, just killer robots on the loose. So that's the story. That's the deployment that we've got here. As of right now, we're going to be playing Crusade, so we've got the 3 objectives across the line there. So before we go any further, as of right now, the Dark Angels will be going first. He won the roll-off, but he wanted to see how I would deploy and thought he would try to seize the initiative here. So let's see if he can seize on a 6. No, he does not. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. Alright, so movement phase here for Dark Angels on turn 1, and actually my entire turn here because I just flatted out everyone. So these guys ended up over here. These guys ended up over here. These guys ended up over here. They jumped up on there. He stood over there. This guy's shooting around over this way. These guys moved up over here, and he moved up over there. So that's it for the Dark Angels' turn here on turn 1. We will come back to you with after movement phase for the Adeptus Mechanicus here on turn 1. Alright, so movement phase here for the Adeptus Mechanicus. They all kind of castled up around over here looking for some cover, and he gave the Canticle of the Omnissiah, the Shroud Psalm, to them. So they will have the stealth special rule for this turn. So that is the movement phase, the 1 unit here just kind of castling around. So we will come back to you after, with the shooting phase here on turn 1. Alright, so starting off the shooting phase, the main target from this squad is going to be into these guys. We're going to start with the heavy phosphor blasters coming in here. So we've got 6 shots in here, hitting on 4s. All right, these are not twin linked. So strength 6, so wounding on 3s. That one's cocked. There we go. So that's 3, right? That's the teeth are 6. Yep. So we got 3 wounds. They count as jinking because they flatted out on the movement phase the first turn here. So we've got 3 2-up jink saves because it's night fighting here. Oh, re-rolling this one to a 4-up. Oh, no, of course, it didn't fall off. It doesn't fall off when it's a 1. Of course, that's how it goes. All right, so one guy did. And then the one torrent flamer over here in range is going to hit 2 of the guys up there. So wounding on 5s. Okay, we got nothing. All right, moving on. All right, so now they have a rule where the Data Smiths and the Tech Priest Dominus can actually fire through the other robots at different targets. So this robot over here is going to fire into my biker up here. So twin linked, hitting on 4s. Okay, we got 2 hits. Twin linked, 2 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s.
I got 3 more shots.
Oh, 3 more shots. Sorry, those ones were twin linked. These ones are not. So we got another 2 hits. So we got 4 total hits. Wounding on 3s. All right, so we got 2 wounds. It's night fight, and he counts as jinking. So we've got 2 3-up jink saves. All right, failed 1. Re-rolling because of Raven Wing. Oop, stay on the board. He's good with a fill face. Woo! And then this guy here is going to do the same thing into this bike over here. So these are the twin linked ones hitting on 4s, 2 hits. All right, still 2 hits. And these ones are hitting on 4s, no twin linked. 2 more hits, so 4 total hits. Wounding on 3s. We got 3 wounds. 3 3-up jink saves. All right, 2 saved. Re-rolling. He's good. Yeah. All right, and that is the end of the Adeptus Mechanicus turn here on turn 1. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, movement phase here for the Dark Angels on turn 2. These guys moved up. He moved up to over here. He shot up here. He shot up here. He kind of stood still. He stood still. Those guys are shooting around the corner over there, and this guy moved up over here. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so I rolled a 1 for the psychic phase, leaving me with 2 dice, leaving my opponent with 1. He is going to cast a version onto them. So needing 1, getting it with 1, looking for a 6. No, so they will be firing snapshots. Pretty good. All right, so moving on to the shooting phase here. We're going to start out with this squad over here. Those 2 are in rapid fire range, and so is the chaplain here, hitting into them. So we've got the greens are going to be the 4 rapid firing plasma talon shots. The blacks are going to be the bolter shots. So these will be hitting on 3s, twin linked. All righty. Wow, okay. 3s, twin, looking for 3s. All right, so all hits. So they are toughness 7, majority there. So the blacks will be wounding on 3s. The 6s. The blacks will be wounding on 6s. The greens will be wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 wounds. AP 2. So the guy in front here, unfortunately, is out there. So he's going to have a 6-up night fight save for so 3 6+ night fight saves.
5-up invul.
Oh, 5-up invul save. Sorry, my bad. So 5-up invuls. So he makes 1 of them, so 2, and gets to re-roll it because of, what's it called?
5-up feel no pain.
Oh, the 5-up feel no pain. I'm sorry. Oh! Well played. That's awesome. Well, I mean for you, not for me. All right, moving on. He actually wounds on a 4, not a 3. My bad. So, but he made all the saves, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, moving on. All right, moving on to this squad here. Nobody is in rapid fire range of them. So I've got 3 plasma talon shots, 1 bolter shot, hitting on 3s. All right, twin linked. So that's all hits. Wounding on 4s on the greens, 6s on the black. Okay, nothing there. All right, so this bike here is going to fire into them. So we've got green is going to be the multi-melta, black are going to be the twin link bolter. So hitting on 3s, all hits. This is going to be wounding on a 3. These are going to be wounding on 6s. Oh, of course. All right, this guy is now going to fire into them. Not in rapid fire range anymore. Green is still going to be the multi-melta. So hitting on 3s. Okay. 6s. Oh no, nothing there. He is going to fire into them. Same thing. All right, both hits. The green is going to be wounding on a 3, black on a 6. All right, so we got 1 wound. From there, what do we got for here? We're going to figure out this cover. All right, so he is 25% obscured over here. So, because the monstrous creatures now with the new FAQ need to be 25% obscured. So, with Night Fight, that becomes a 4+ cover save. No, and he is good. All right, so he is going to fire into them. So we're going to start, he's got the blacks are going to be the heavy bolter. Greens are going to be the assault cannon, hitting on 3s. Okay, all hits, pretty good. So strength 6 on the greens, so those are going to be wounding on 5s. Strength 5 on the blacks, wounding on 6s. All right, so we've got 1, 2. This is actually a rending save, so he's going to have a 6-up cover save from this one.
5-up invul.
Oh, 5-up invul, sorry. Let's try that one first. Nope, 5-up feel no pain. Hey, the first wound is taken. And then they've got a 3-up armor save for the heavy bolter shot that wounded there. Oh, 5-up feel no pain. Oh, so that is 2 wounds onto him. Okay. All right, and this unit here is going to fire onto them. I've got the blacks are going to be the 2 plasma guns, and the greens are going to be the bolters. The bolters are twin linked. So hitting on 3s. Oh, no, getting hot over there. Not great. 3-up armor save. He's good. So this will be wounding on a 4. These will be wounding on 6s. So looking for 4 and 6s. We got 1 wound, AP2. So 5-up invul save. Oh, and he's good with a 6. Oh, and that bounces back. It does.
So strength 7.
So strength 7. That is a wound. Coming through cover over here, so that becomes a 5-up becomes a 4-up cover save because I can't jink. Because I can't jink because I didn't declare it. Looking for a 4-up cover save, and he's good with a fill phase. Woo! All right, and that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here. I do not want to charge in. I think I've got to try to whittle them down a little bit more before I do. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Cult Mechanicus here on turn 2. All right, so moving on here after movement phase here for the Cult Mechanicus. These guys are all kind of shuffling along over this way, and they are. He used the Canticles of the Omnissiah, the Chant of the Remorseless Fist, letting him reroll all failed to hit rolls to hit rolls of 1 when making close combat attacks. So that is it for movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting with the shooting phase, the main target's going to be over here. Then we'll have some other ones of these guys shooting at some other ones. But for now, we've got 3 heavy phosphor blasters that are going to be firing in here. So we've got 6 shots into these guys. They're going to jink. They're going to be hitting on 6s though because I had the aversion onto them. So hitting on 6s. Oh, that was cocked. There he is, 1 hit. Oh, I knew it was a good idea. All right, so hitting on, wounding on 3, so that's a wound. They are within 6 inches of here, so it becomes a 2-up jink save. They're good. Good thing I woo! Now his Tech Priest Dominus is going to fire into them with his Volkite Blaster. So 3 shots hitting on 6s. We got 1. Strength 6, so wound on a 3. That's a wound. 2-up jink save. He's good with a fill phase. Woo! All right, he's going to fire into him. He will jink. So we've got 3 twin link shots hitting on 6. Got 1 hit, 2 hits. Oh man. Reroll. All right, and then we've got 3 more non-twin linked. Wow, 3 shots. Glad I jinked. So strength 6, wounding on 3s. Got 3 wounds.
Yeah, he's got the
3. Onto this one, so he's within 6. So 3-up jink saves. They're good. And then he will be shooting into him with the same thing. He will also jink. So these are the twin linked hitting on 6s. Wow, 1 hit. 6s. 2 hits. Oh man, this is brutal. 6s. Oh, another 2. Oh, killer. So wounding on 3s. We got 3 wounds. He is not within 6 inches over there, so he has a 4-up jink save because these are AP3 shots. So jink save of 4+. All right, got 2 saves so far. Rerolling to a 4+ again. Yeah, and he's good. Woo! All right, moving on to the assault phase. They are going to assault into them. I am going to fire Overwatch here. So I've got 2 rapid fire and plasma talons and 1 rapid fire and bolter. So these are all twin link, but hitting on 6s since they jinked. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. So 2 so far. Twin linked. That didn't count, even though I wish it did. 1 get hot. 3 up. Oh, 1 of them is dead. Not great, but 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Okay, that is lame. All right, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So he is gone. Alrighty. So now he's going to roll in here. Needs a 2-inch charge. And he is in. So we will move them in and we will come back to you with a fight subphase. Alright, so he's got 1 guy that made it into base to base here. He is going to be hitting with the Hammer of Wrath. So wounding on a 3 because base strength 6. That is a wound. 3 up armor save. And he is good with a filth phase. So we will come back to you with initiative step 4. Alright, so going in here at initiative step 4, we've got my my chaplain and my Black Knight there. So the black is going to be my chaplain. He's got 2 base plus 1 for the extra close combat weapon. He's got the Mace of Redemption, which is strength plus 3, AP 3 with concussive and blind. Bane of the Traitor, but that doesn't matter here because they're not Chaos Space Marines. So with concussive and blind, so he's going to be hitting on 3s, and same thing with my Black Knight there. He's going to be hitting on 3s with the greens, but they're just going to be strength plus 1, AP dash with rending. So these are all hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of the first round of combat with Zealot. All right, re-rolling first round of combat. All right, so these are all hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. These are going to be wounding on 6s. And 6s will be rending on those. So 4s and 6s, 4s and 6s. All right, cocked. All right, so we've got 2 AP3. We've got 2 AP3 shots and 1 AP2 shot in there. So is that going to be 1 dead because it's AP, or do they have feel no pain, right?
Yes.
So you've got 3 feel no pains. Well, I guess we have to do it 1 at a time because. Or just, you can do 1 feel no pain for this one, and then feel no pain on these ones, because if either of these go through and he makes that one. So we'll do the first one here, feel no pain, nope, and then the other 2, feel no pains.
I'm going to move them if they're going to...
Oh, he makes both of them, so he isn't concussed. But they were hit with a weapon that does blind test, so we need a roll for initiative for this, so we'll come back to you with that. All right, so going into here, we've got majority initiative, or not majority initiative, I'm sorry. The fastest initiative he has is a 3, so 3 or less. Oh, and he is good. Oh, that's killer. That is huge. That's does not bode well for these guys. So we will come back to you with the attacks on them here. All right, everyone's at I1 since he had to move through cover on the charge here. So he didn't take the -2 because he has moved through cover, but you still suffer the initiative penalty here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have we're going to do the double fisted ones here first. So they're going to attack in here. They've got two base plus 1 for the charge plus 1 for extra combat weapons since they have 2 power fists each. So these are going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1 because of the canonical that he has. All right, got 1/1 there to re-roll. All right, that's wow, that's a lot of them there. Yeah, so these are going to be wounding on 2s, and they will all be doubling out, my guys here. So 2s. Oh man, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds here. So 1 is just going to go onto him and take him out. So I've got 8. 4+ saves on my chaplain, or he is dead. So, yeah, if anyone can do it, I can do 4. I can do 8 4+ saves. If he fails any of them, he's just dead. So if you see any less than 4+, he is dead. Come on, heart of the line here. How hard did you pray to the Emperor before you went onto this planet? No, he's dead. Yeah, he's way dead. He would have been dead even if that was just armor saves. So he is dead. So they will consolidate, and that will be the end of the Cult Mechanicus turn. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 3. And that was actually first blood. So we will come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here. These guys shot back here. Everyone's all kind of moving around. He moved up here, failed his dangerous terrain test, passed his armor save. He moved over there, or stood still really. These guys moved over here. One of the plasma guys killed himself, and dangerous terrain coming through there. So that is it for the movement phase. Moving on to the psychic phase, I rolled a 4, leaving me with 5 dice, leaving my opponent with 4 dice. I am going to try to cast. Oh man, I'm going to cast Aversion onto these guys here. So looking for 1. And it goes off with 3. So needing 3 6s. No, it does not. It's not denied. So they are going to be snap firing again. All right, this is kind of brutal. I'll take it though. All right, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase for Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, we're going to shoot with this unit into these guys here. So I've got 3 rapid firing plasma talons and 1 rapid firing bolter firing in there. These are all going to be hitting on 3s because they did not jink. Whoop. Okay. Twin linked. All right, so all hits, which is pretty good. Greens are going to be wounding on 4s. Black is going to be wounding on 6s. Okay, so not great there. We got 2 wounds. So just 2 5-up feel no pains. Oh, 5-up invols. I forgot about those. Cocked. Oh, he makes 1. It doesn't make that one. 5-up feel no pain. And he doesn't make that one. All right, so he takes a wound. Okay. All right, the heavy bolter from here is going to fire into them. So hitting on 3s. We got 1 hit. Wounding on a 6. Nothing. All right, these guys are going to fire into them. I'm going to roll them together because they're both snap firing, and I don't think I'm going to get many hits. So greens are going to be the multi-meltas. Blacks are going to be the bolters. So hitting on 6s. Yeah. Oh, I got 1 multi-melta. Okay, that's good. These are actually twin link. That's kind of what I wanted. And I got 1 of those. So this is going to be, green is going to be wounding on a 3. Black is going to be wounding on another 6. Oh, of course it does. Of course it does that. Oh, killer. All right, and these 2 up here are going to fire into them. We're just going to fire them together. These are not snap firing, but they're not in rapid fire range. So the greens are going to be the multi-meltas. Blacks are going to be the bolters. So hitting on 3s. Oh, cocked. Okay, that would have been the same. That would have been the same right there. This black is twin linked. Okay. Those. Why couldn't I have had those for the snapshots? All right, so black is going. The green is going to be wounding on 3. Blacks are wounding on 6. Okay. Okay. No. You gotta be kidding me on that one. Okay, lots of 1s. All right, moving on. All right, so now my land speeder is going to fire into them. So greens are going to be the assault cannon. Blacks are the heavy bolters, hitting on 3s. Okay. All right. Blacks are going to be wounded on 6s. Greens are going to be wounding on 5s. All right, we got 1 wound, but not 3+, so 3+ armor save. Oh, 5+ feel no pain. Oh, okay, so he takes a wound. All right, this bike squad is going to fire into them. One of the guys is in rapid fire, so we're going to have 4 bolter shots and 1 plasma gun shot. So hitting on 3s. Okay, not a 1 though, so it doesn't get hot. These all hit. Looking for 6s. Show me some fill faces. Nope, or none. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. I will consider an assault phase. We'll either come back to you with the assault phase or after the movement phase for the Cult Mechanicus on turn 3. All right, so I am going to charge here. So they are going to charge into them. Because they are within 6 inches of the Dark Shroud, they cannot fire Overwatch onto me. So I need a 9-inch charge to make it in here. Can I make it? Oh no, 7 inches, so I am not in. But so we will come back to you after movement phase for the Cult Mechanicus here on turn 3. All All right, movement phase for the Cult Mechanicus. They are moving up this way, looking to get in here. Rolled 6 on the move through cover. Pretty brutal. So he also gave them the Canicles and the Omnissiah benediction of Omniscience. So they will reroll 1s when making shooting attacks to hit. So that is the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 3. All right, moving on to the shooting phase. Their primary target is going to be this squad over here. And then the other 2 guys with the data smiths are going to, and so his tech priest Dominus and the 2 guys with the shoulder-mounted heavy phosphor blasters are going to fire into this squad, and then the other 2 guys are going to split between the 2 bikes over there. So we'll start over here with the 6 shots here. Is going to be hitting on 6s. I am not going to jink with them. I'm hoping it's risky. He's going to be re-rolling 1s, but he's going to be hitting on 6s. I know he's been rolling 6s like it's his job all day, but I've got to take it. So hitting on 6s, re-rolling 1s. Oh, he got 1 and re-rolling that 1. Of course it is. All right, so two hits. Wounding on 3s. Oh, we got 1 wound. So it's a 6+ cover save because they have stealth from being over there. So if I see a fill face, I'm going to be the happiest man around. So show me that fill face, 6+ cover save. Oh, only a 5. So one of them is dead. And now the Tech Priest Dominus is going to fire into them. So he's got 3 shots hitting on 6s. Nope, nothing there. Okay. All right, so now these guys are going to be firing into these 2, so we'll just do it one at a time here. They're both going to jinx. So we'll start with the one. We'll start with the one on the left. Why not? So twin link shots here. 6s. 6s again. Okay, got 1. Re-rolling 1. Oh, no, it's already been re-rolled. Sorry. Yep. And then 6s. Re-rolling 1s. All right, so we got 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Got 2 wounds. 2 3-up jinx saves. All right, they're good. And now on to the other one over here. 6s, twin linked. All right, 6s, nothing. All right, so that is going to be it for the shooting phase. We will come back to you with the assault phase. All right, so he is going to be charging into them. So I'm going to Overwatch, hitting on 5s and 6s because I didn't jink. I'm not sure if it was worth it losing that guy, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. How many 5s I get will determine whether it was better or not. So 5s and 6s, I've got 2 rapid fire and plasma talons and rapid fire and bolter. 5s and 6s. Oh, nothing so far. Not great so far. 5s and 6s.
Come on, Phil.
Give me something. All right, I got 2. I got 1 get hot. Oh God. All right, 3+ armor save. I can't see it.
It's a 2.
Oh, it's a 2. So one of them will be dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So he is dead. All right, not great, but I did get 2 hits here. So strength 7, wounding on 4s. Oh, it adds up to 4, right? Does that mean something? It doesn't. It doesn't mean anything. All right, so we will come back to you with his assault. All right, he is 3 inches away. He does get to re-roll this save, this assault because he hit me with the heavy phosphor blaster. So looking for anything but. Oh, just in. Do you want to re-roll that and test it because the other guys might not be able to go? He's going to re-roll it. Here we go. Living dangerously. Oh, he's much further in. All right, so we'll move them in, and then we will come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so this is where he charged in here. He's got 2 hammer of rats coming in here, wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. 2 3-up armor saves. Well, I'll do it one at a time because it's on that guy up there. 3-up armor save. He's good. 3-up armor save.
4.
He's good with a fill phase. Woo! All right, we'll come back to you with initiative step 4. All right, so here at initiative step 4, my Knightmaster, Knightmaster there, and my Librarian are going to be going. So he declared a challenge, so I accepted with my Knightmaster with one of his data smith declared the challenge. So the greens are going to be from the 2 base plus 1 for the extra close combat weapon for the Knightmaster going into the data smith there, and blacks are going to be my Librarian going into the rest of his squad there. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good, pretty good. All right, so greens are going to be wounding on. Greens are wounding on. He's toughness 4, so they're going to be wounding on 3s. These are going to be wounding on 6s. All right, 3s and 6s. All right, so we got 2 AP3 wounds that go into your into here. That's the only ones that go through. So what's he have?
2 up.
All right, he has a 2-up armor save, the Adeptus Smith? Oh, snap, okay. 2 2-ups. Oh, and he is good. All right, pretty brutal. All right, we'll come back to you with their attacks. All right, so now we are going to go to initiative step 2 here. We're going to go with the fists because these are probably going to wipe me out anyway. So here we go. These are going to be hitting on 4s. He's got 2 base, 1 for the charge, 1 for extra fist. Hitting on 4s. No reroll on these. Okay. And then these are wounding on 2s. If there's more than 2, yeah, he did. Both of them are dead because it just doubles them out, so it goes through him and then into him. So that is Slay the Warlord, and we will consolidate them and then come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. These guys are shooting up this way. These guys ran away over this way, and that is it. That's all I've got here. So we will come back to you after with the shooting phase because he killed my Psyker. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting phase, the 2 jinking guys are going to fire into them. So the greens are going to be the rapid firing bolters. The blacks are going to be the multi-meltas. Hitting on 6s. Oh, that wanted to be a 6. I saw it. Oh. All right, so these are twin linked. I got 1 wounding on a 6. No, nothing there. All right, now I'm going to shoot him and him. They're both going to be firing full ballistic skill, and they're both going to be firing here, so we just may as well do it to save time. So one is in rapid fire, one is not. So the blacks are going to be the multi-meltas, greens are the bolters, hitting on 3s. Okay, wow. Come on. 6s, super brutal. Nothing. All right, moving on. All right, heavy bolter from here is going to fire into them, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 6s. Oh, double 6s. There we go. 3-up armor saves. There we go. 1. Oh, but he gets his feel no pain. Wah, wah. All right, my speeder is going to fire into them. These 2 guys are actually equidistant, so he's going to put it onto this guy right there. Yeah, that was pretty good, right? I dropped a die, it bounced off the ground, and I caught it in the air. That was crazy. That's the only good luck I've had tonight. All right, so he's going to fire into them. So blacks are the heavy bolter, greens are the assault cannon. Hitting on 3s. Alrighty, not bad. Blacks will be wounding on 6s, greens are going to be wounding on 5s. All right, we got 3 wounds. None of them are AP 3, so 3 3-up armor saves. Oh, 1 failed, 5-up, feel no pain. No, so he takes a wound. All right, this squad here is going to fire into them. They're all in rapid fire range, so I've got 6 bolter shots that are twin linked and 2 plasma gun shots that are not twin linked. So, hitting on 3s. Oh, gets hot. 3-up armor. Nope. So my other plasma guy is dead. Twin linked here. That's a hit. So this black is going to be wounding on a 4. The greens are wounding on 6s. Show me some fill faces. I got 1 fill face and 1 AP2 shot there. So let's do the 5-up invul save for the AP2. No, feel no pain. Should have taken that in the armor save. No, so he will take another wound and then 1 3+ armor. And he's good. Yeah, I should have done the other way around. All right. All right, so that is it for the movement, the turn here for the Dark Angels on turn 4. I am not charging with any of these guys. None of these guys are good in close combat. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Cult Mechanicus here on turn 4. All right, so movement phase for Cult Mechanicus. They kind of circle around this way looking over on these guys. He's not going to do any of the canticles because at this point none of them that are left are going to help him. He's got 1 that if he's locked in combat because something went horribly, horribly wrong he might use, but for now he's not going to use it because it doesn't really help him. So they've moved around here, so we will come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 4. All right, so this squad is going to be shooting into the bikes. They are going to be jinking, and then he's going to use the data smiths to fire, or no, not the Dominus and 1 of the data smiths to fire into my land speeder there, who will be jinking. So we're going to start with the 2 shots. Or the 2 guys who are going to be shooting into my land speeder. So these are 6 twin link shots hitting on 4s. All right, got 4 hits. Rerolling, all hits. Brutal. Looking for 4s. Oh, all but 1. Killer. All right, so these are strength 6. So these are going to be glancing on 4s. All right, so we've got. So we've got 2 glances and 4 pens. Which one do you want me to take first?
The glances.
All right, we're going to take the glances first. 4-up Jinx save, rerollable. These are the 2 glances. We got 1 save so far, 1 not saved, 4 up. No, so he takes 1 glancing shot. And now we've got 4 penetrating shots here. Looking for 4s. Oh, so we saved 2. Come on, baby, you can do this. Both of these 4s. Give me 4s. Come on, 4s. Oh, no, he did. So he is dead. All right, we'll move on. All right, now the rest of them here are going to fire into the bikers. So we've got, we're going to go with the strength, with the flamers. So it's torrent flamers, so it goes out there. You can hit all 3 with both of them. So these are going to be wounding on 5s. All right, so we got 3 wounds. 3 3-up armor saves. Oh, 1 dead. Okay. And now come the 6 shots from the 2 carapace-mounted heavy phosphor blasters. Hitting on 4s. Oh, 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. 4-up Jinx save. He's good. All right, and now the one Data Smith is going to fire into here with his Strength 6 AP. What am I sorry?
Gamma pistol.
Oh, Gamma pistol. So it's Strength 6 AP 2. Shot into here, hitting on a 3, and that's a hit. Wounding on a 3. No, nothing there. All right, and that is it for the shooting phase. So we will come back to you with the charge sub-phase. All right, so they failed their leadership test, ran back here. 1 guy failed a dangerous terrain test, but passed his armor save, so they are back over there. So they cannot charge, so there will not be a charge. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 5. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 5. He shot over this way. These guys shot back over this way. He's jumped up over there, and they are recovered and moving back over there. So that's it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, we start out the shooting phase with him firing into these guys over here. So he's going to be hitting on 3s. Come on, multi-melt. You can't ever hit. All right, so 1 hit, wounding on a 6. Oh, I saw the fill phase coming, but it didn't come. All right, he is going to fire into them. Hitting on 3s. Hey, there we go. Hit 3s. Okay. 6s on the green. 3s on the black. Hey, we got a wound over here. So, I think he's probably the closest one right there. So, 5-up invul save. Oh, well played. All right, so the guy on the right there, the guy on the left can't actually see them, but the guy on the right there can see them, so he's going to fire in here. Green is going to be the plasma talon. It's going to be the bolter, and the black is going to be the multi-melta, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits. Black is wounding on a 3. Green is wounding on a 6. Oh, should have done the other way around, but that's okay. So he's got a 5-up cover / invul save, whichever is the same thing. Oh, failed. 5+ field of pain. No, so he takes a wound. Okay. All right, and the heavy bolter from here is going to fire into these guys, hitting on 3s. Okay, we've got 2 hits. Wounding on 6s. Show me some fill faces. No fill faces. Womp womp. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. We'll come back to you with the assault phase. That's right, you heard me right. All right, he is going to charge into these guys over here. So he is jinking because here comes the Overwatch. So we'll start here with the Walls of Death. So 2 Walls of Death, D3s. Okay, so we got 3 attacks. So strength 4, wounding on 5s. We got 2 wounds, 2 3-up armor saves.
Oh no!
Really?
Oh no!
Really? Really? That is what you're going to do to me, Dice. That is what you're going to do to me. Okay, so yeah, he's dead. So that was a quick assault phase. So we will come back to you after movement phase for Cult Mechanicus here on turn 6. All right, so movement phase here for the Cult Mechanicus. They kind of shuffled around over this way, looking to get some shots on there, looking to get some shots up over here. But Canticles, he's not going to do one because, again, the only one he has left that's only good for the movement phase, or for if he's locked in combat. So That obviously didn't happen because of my big disappointment over here. So we will that's it for movement phase. So we will come back to you with a shooting phase here on turn 5. All right, so moving on to the shooting phase, the primary target is going to be my bike up there, who is going to jink. Then the 2 tech priest, the cybernetic data smiths. I knew it was something like that. The 2 data smiths are going to fire through these guys into my bikers over there, who are going to jink. So what do you want to start with first? So we're going to start over here. So here come the 6 twin link shots, hitting on 4s, twin linked. All right, so we got 3 hits from that. Then we've got 6 regular ones, so making 4 of those. So we got a total of 7 shots coming in here, wounding on 3s. All right, so 1 misses, so we've got 6 wounds over there. So we've got 6 4-up jink saves. Here we go, 6 4-up jink saves. Oh, not great. Not great at all. I mean, that's technically exactly what I was supposed to get, but, you know, I still don't want that. I wanted better than that. 4-up rerollable. Yeah, okay, 1 is still alive. That is good. All right, moving over to here, the 2 flamers are going to fire into him, wounding on 5s. We got 1 wound. This is a 3-up armor save, because it can't jink into this one. 3-up armor save. He's good. All right, now the 6 shots from the carapace, hitting on 4s. Not twin linked. Oh, not that he needed it. All right, wounding on 3s. Oh, okay, so we got 2 wounds. Okay, so 2 wounds, 2 4-up jink saves. And he makes them both! Woo! All right. And now the Dominus is going to shoot into him. So 3 shots hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits. Strength 6, wounding on strength 6, wounding on 3. So that's 2 wounds. 2 4-up jink saves. Oh no.
No, you're a power armor.
Yeah, but that was, I said jink save. Okay. I said I was going to do it. Okay. Yeah, I've got to go with it. I should have gone with that, but you know, that's the case. So 4-up rerollable. Come on, don't you fail both of these. I need at least 1. Just give me 1. Ah! You gotta be kidding me! Ah! Oh, that hurts so bad. Oh, that hurts so bad. So he's dead. Okay, so that's it for the shooting phase. Oh, and he's dead. I can't believe he's dead. All right, so that's the end of turn 5. So let's see if it goes on to a turn 6. Can you roll and see what happens? It does not. If I had made those saves, I would have won. But since I did not make those saves, he gets 3 points for holding this objective. I get 3 points for holding that objective. He had First Blood. He also had Slay the Warlord. So that gives him a 5-3 victory because he is not line breaking over here. And yes, 5-3 victory. So that was a brutal match. Brutal match. I know my dice were not friendly to me, but still, I think this pack of monstrous creatures was just killer. And if I could have made any saves on him, there was a chance for me, because that's why I was trying to move him around to try to charge in here and keep him back this way. Same thing with moving those guys around there. That was the plan, and it just did not work out for me. So, you know, it was a brutal match, but it was just a fun match. I lost a lot of guys. But it was fun with the blind test going in there and just like just keep shooting. And then the fact that I gave him the snapshots for the first 2 turns was pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty brutal there. Or I guess the second and third turn, but whatever. So, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. So yeah, these monsters are nothing to mess with. Let me tell you, they are pretty brutal. But again, because of the way it worked out there, if I managed to get anyone up there, I would have won because of their inability to kind of like get onto objectives since they all count as 1 unit. So, you know, who knows what could have happened. I could have put up a different guy up there and tried to hold it with 2 of them, but, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda, didn't. So, yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I had a blast. I've been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Colin. And until next time, have fun.